doesn't come alone. It brings a friend called pressure. With every step forward, there's more responsibility to carry, more visibility to handle, more weight on your shoulders. Success creates progress, yes, but it also creates pressure. Now, many people think pressure means they're failing. They start to feel stretched, uncomfortable, maybe even overwhelmed, and they think something must be wrong. But discomfort is not failure, it's growth. You don't grow without strain. You don't expand without tension. If you go to the gym and pick up a weight that's a little too heavy for you, your muscles start to burn. That burn doesn't mean failure, it means growth is happening. The discomfort will eventually produce evidence of progress. The same is true in life and in business. When success arrives, it often comes wrapped in new pressures. That's not a sign to quit, that's a sign to keep going. I've seen people pray for more opportunity, more income, more influence, and then when it comes, they panic because it feels heavier than before. Well, of course it feels heavier. Growth always comes with a heavier load. A small business feels simple because the problems are small. A bigger business feels complex because the problems are bigger. That's not failure. It's the natural weight of greater success. Here's the truth. If you want the next level, you have to be willing to handle the next level of pain. Success is not just about enjoying the fruit, it's about enduring the pruning. It's not just about standing in the spotlight, it's about carrying the responsibility that comes with it. And here's the key. Once you understand that growing pains are normal, you stop panicking when they show up. You stop asking, why is this so hard? And you start saying, this is the process. This is what growth feels like. So the first step in handling the growing pains of success is simple. Expect them. Don't be shocked by them. Don't run from them. Don't mistake them for failure. See them for what they are. Proof that you've stepped into new territory. Proof that you're stretching. Proof that progress is at work. That's the foundation. Once you accept that growth comes with pain, you can stop resisting it and start managing it. Now let's talk about one of the great crossroads in life, the choice between comfort and growth. Comfort zones feel safe. They feel familiar. They don't ask much from you. But here's the truth. Comfort zones don't let you grow. They protect what you have, but they don't expand what you can do. Growth, on the other hand, demands discomfort. It stretches you. It hurts. It pulls you beyond what you thought you could handle. And that's why most people resist it. They want success without strain, expansion without pressure. But it doesn't work that way. You cannot grow and remain comfortable at the same time. When a seed is planted in the ground, it has to break open before it can grow. That breaking might be a little uncomfortable, right? But without it, there's no new life. Growth always requires something to stretch, to break, to expand beyond its old form. Somebody says they're tired of stress, tired of pressure, tired of demands. They say they want a quiet life, an easy life. And that's fine. I mean, this is America. You have the freedom to do what you choose. But if that's what you want, then you don't get to expect extraordinary results, because extraordinary requires extra strain. Comfort may give you peace in the short term, but growth gives you capacity in the long term. And here's the challenge. Your comfort zone will always call you back. It will tell you to stay where you are. Don't take that risk. Don't push it too much. But if you listen, you'll miss your destiny. Comfort feels safe, but it keeps you small. Growth feels risky, but it enlarges your capacity. The truth is, every new level of success demands a new version of you. And becoming that version isn't comfortable. It requires new skills, new habits, new thinking. The old version can't carry the new level. That's why the process hurts, because you're shedding what no longer fits. So don't confuse comfort with happiness. Don't confuse safety with success. The two rarely go together. If you want growth, you have to make peace with discomfort. If you want to expand your capacity, you have to step into the zone where things feel uncertain, where things feel heavy. That's where real progress happens. So the question is this: will you choose the comfort of today or the capacity of tomorrow? Because you can't have both. Now, what do the growing pains of success actually look like? Because once you can name them, you won't be surprised when they show up. The first pain is time. When success begins to grow, time becomes scarce. At the beginning, you may feel like you have plenty of hours, but as opportunities multiply, demands multiply too. Suddenly, your calendar is full. People want more of your attention, and you feel stretched in every direction. That's a sign of success, not failure, but it hurts. Because you can't live casually anymore. You have to manage your time with discipline. So, time is the first pain of success. The second pain is expectations. With every new level, people expect more from you. Clients expect more. Employees expect more. Even your family and friends begin to expect more. And those expectations can feel heavy. But remember, higher expectations are simply proof that people see you as capable of more. The pain comes from realizing you have to grow into that capacity. Okay, now the third pain is the tough one for most people. The third pain of success is criticism. When you're small, nobody notices. But when you grow, critics multiply. Some will doubt you, some will envy you, some will misjudge you. And the temptation is to shrink back to avoid the criticism. But understand this: the only way to avoid criticism is to do nothing, be nothing, attempt nothing. If you're growing, you'll attract critics. That's part of the package. And here is the fourth pain of success: change in your habits. The routines that worked at one level won't work at the next. Old habits that felt comfortable suddenly become obstacles. You can't manage bigger opportunities with yesterday's disciplines. And that transition feels painful. You have to let go of what no longer fits, even if it once worked. Make no mistake, 99% of people who are successful have dealt with and might even still deal with these pains. None of these are signs of failure. They are the normal aches of growth. It's like a child growing into adulthood. Bones ache, clothes no longer fit, responsibilities increase. That's not a disease, it's growth. The same is true with success. If you want to grow into a bigger future, you must accept the pains that come with the process. So don't be alarmed when time feels scarce. Don't panic when expectations rise. Don't retreat when critics speak. And don't cling to habits that no longer serve you. Recognize each of these pains for what they are: evidence that you're moving forward. So the question becomes, how do you manage the strain that comes with success? If you can't avoid the pains, then the key is learning how to handle them. The first step is to anticipate them. Don't be shocked when pressure shows up. Expect it. Anticipation changes your mindset. When stress arrives, instead of asking, "Why me?" you say, "This is what growth feels like." The same way an athlete expects sore muscles after training, you should expect strain after progress. When you know it's part of the process, you stop running from it. The second step is to strengthen your disciplines. Growing success requires growing structure. You'll need sharper habits, stronger routines, clearer boundaries. What worked when you were small won't carry you when you're big. If you handled a small workload with casual effort, you'll need focused discipline for the larger one. If you manage yesterday with loose habits, you'll need tightened habits for tomorrow. The greater the opportunity, the greater the discipline required. The third step is to protect your focus and energy. Success brings more demands, but not all demands deserve your time. You'll need to filter, decide what matters most, and guard it fiercely. Learn to say no, not because you're selfish, but because you're strategic. Remember, every yes is also a no. If you say yes to distractions, you're saying no to progress. Energy is the same. You only get so much of it. Success will drain it quickly if you're careless. That's why rest, health, and renewal become non-negotiable. Success isn't just about burning energy, it's about recharging it. Protect your body, protect your mind, protect your spirit, or the pressure will break you instead of build you. And if there's one thing I did all those years ago that changed my life, it is this final step. And today I am asking you to do the same. Seek counsel and surround yourself with the right people. Growth is not meant to be managed alone. You need people ahead of you who can advise you, people beside you who can encourage you, and people around you who can challenge you. If you only surround yourself with those who keep you comfortable, you'll never stretch. You need people who pull you higher. That's how you handle the strain, by expecting it, strengthening your disciplines, guarding your focus and energy, and leaning on wise counsel. Do that, and what once felt unbearable becomes manageable. What once felt overwhelming becomes normal. And that's how you keep climbing without breaking under the weight. So how do we apply all of this to our own journey? It begins with reframing how you see pain. Most people see stress, pressure, and discomfort as signs something is wrong. But if you shift your perspective, you'll see them as signs something is right. Pain is evidence of progress. Pressure is proof that capacity is being tested and expanded. Think of stress as tuition. Nobody enjoys paying tuition, but everyone knows it's the cost of education. The same is true with success. Stress is the tuition you pay for growth. It's the fee that buys you wisdom, endurance, and expanded ability. You can't skip it and still expect the reward. The key is to embrace each level of discomfort as a doorway. When you feel stretched, don't shrink back, step through. That's how you expand your limits. When critics show up, don't silence your voice, use it to strengthen your conviction. When expectations rise, don't complain, grow into them. Each strain is an invitation to become bigger, stronger, wiser. I've seen people who ran from discomfort and stayed small all their lives. And I've seen others who embraced discomfort and kept climbing. The difference